Hey everybody, it's Amy Graham, the Badass Valkyrie, and today I know that I had said that I was going to do some memory keeping. However, the printer at work, we're shifting to a different print system, and I have not been able to print pictures from Dragon Con and all of that, and so I have just been putting off. Then yesterday, which was September 9th, 2019, it occurred to me that I have 1 year left in my 101 goals in 1001 days. And I panicked. I'm like, oh my God, I don't even know how many I've gotten done, any of that. And I'm like, ah. So I'm in the middle of writing another blog, but about it. But I thought that I would, in the meantime, until they get my, and it's not really the whole print system, it's just that my system is not up and running on the network as far as the printer network. There's something wrong and they can't figure that out. So, in the meantime, I wanted to show you how I have updated this bad boy, my A5 Daphne from Chic Sparrow, and where I am in the whole 101 goals in 1001 days. I started that on my birthday in 2017, and I have a couple of blogs, or at least I have 2 blogs on it at least on my website, but I wanted to kind of go through it. This is originally where I have them, and this is my master copy. This is an A4 Leuchtturm 1917, and this is where I have them. Yeah, it was December 13th, 2017 is when I decided to do this, right there, and then it's going to be completed by September 9th, 2020. And I was like, all day, I was like, why is that date sticking in my head? I don't know why that date's sticking in my head. And then something popped up on my Facebook, how it does, you know, a year ago or 5 years ago or whatever, you did this. And I'm like, oh no, I haven't checked in with that in so long that I was like, oh. So we're just going to go. This is kind of big and wieldy to look at. So I am going to show you what I did. So this is my A5 Daphne. As I said, it's the Odyssey from Chic Sparrow, and I love her so much. And this is my Cousin Avec. The Hobonichi Cousin Avec comes in two books, January through June, and then July through December. And this is my July through December. I did have, up until yesterday, the January through June in here as well, but I took that out, and I have since added an MD notebook. I have tons of these. I probably have 20 of these that I picked up. These were from my little shop, and this says $4.19, and they were actually half of that. So I got them for $2.10 each, and yeah. I sold quite a few of them online, but all the rest of them that I have, I'm keeping, just so that I have notebooks to use, because I'm like, I got a great deal on them. I love the paper, love the notebook, so, and they work very well with the Cousin Avec. So this, I also started yesterday the Daily Ohm, which they have a course called A Year to Clear What is Holding You Back, and I've been back and forth with myself wanting to start that. And so yesterday I paid my $15 and started it. So this is just the cover page, and today was my first full day, and this is just the notes from that. So that's what this will be, is just notes from the Daily Ohm. So this is a Hamsa sticker from Kara at Boho Berry that you can color. And I just did that, and then I just took the sticker part of it and put it on there. And then I did put what the other A5 Midori cover on this, but as you can tell here, the cover goes up just over this, and the Chic Sparrow is cut a little tight on this side, and so I actually had to cut that. I mean, the A5 Midori notebook fit fine, but it took some getting in there to get the cover, because I just wanted to have a cover on it because it's so nice and clean. So I didn't have to worry about putting or cutting the back of the cover. I did leave that. So that's what that is, just in case you're wondering, because I'm like, I updated 2 things yesterday. And then this is a Baron Fig notebook, and it is part of a set, which is the mystery set. It's a limited edition mystery set, and you get 3 notebooks in the set. And I think I have 4 boxes of these, and it's all about the mysteries that exist at the edge of the imagination. And again, from my same little store, I think I picked up a box of these for like $2 or $3, just to have some, and they're not A5s. I think these are B6s, but it goes perfectly in here. So I just put this on my, one of the strings, and there we have it. So I'm going to go ahead and put this back in here. Yeah. So, they had 3, there were different covers, and, I just chose the yellow one for this. But this is where I'm going to be taking notes for my 101 goals over the next year. And when I run out, I have plenty more of these, so we'll just continue. But here is the list. The ones that are highlighted in yellow, I've actually completed, which is complete a triathlon sprint, start my own business, find out my blood type, which is A positive, clean up my closet, go to the movies once a month for a year, learn a new word every day for a year, walk 10,000 steps every day for a year, write in a journal every day for a year, send a handwritten letter once a month for a year, start a patio garden, which I did last year, get my social media certification, get 1,000 new subscribers on YouTube, which I did back in August, and learn more about my genetics, which I've done. I've done Ancestry.com and 23andMe, and it gave me huge insights about where I'm from. I'm an adopted child, so I did not have a lot of my past at the time, and even though I've met some folks from my mother's side of the family, I had no clue about my dad. And so that has given me a lot of insights, and also told me with 23andMe, it gave me a lot of insight as to what genetic markers that I might have and what I don't have, which thankfully none of the big bad ones I don't have. So thankfully that makes me, have a little bit more peace of mind. Complete my first bullet journal, attend my first planner convention, complete all 3 seasons of 3 series that we were binge watching. We have a habit of getting in the middle of binge watching something, and then it's like season 2 or season 3, and then we're like, oh, look at that, another one's come out. So we had not finished several, and so we did mark off 3 of those. Do some volunteer work, which I did with the DC ambassador, and so that's my 101. So I have 17 done, and then out of the 101, and then the ones that have the little red star or the orange star are ones that I can get done for little or no money at all. It doesn't require travel. It doesn't require a ticket, any of that. So these are the ones that I'm really going to be focusing on first to get them out of the way. No fast food for a month. Read 100 books. I'm at 20. I'm at 23. So identify 100 things that make you happy. See 10 classic movies I've never watched. I have that list, or I've got the start to a list. I just need to sit down and start actually pulling them off Netflix or Amazon Prime or whatever and start watching them. Complete a coloring book. I have several. I just have not completed one. Learn to knit. Thank you, YouTube, for lots of things. And I have a lot of friends who are knitters, and it's just something that I would like to learn. I can barely crochet, but I would like to learn how to knit. Be thankful for one thing every day for a year. And these, there's a list here in the back. Everything that I had to have started yesterday in order to get it done. So I'll go over that. Blog once a week for a year, run a 5K once a week for a year, complete the 52-week money challenge. I've tried to do that like 3 or 4 times, and I always just, it gets further and further and further down on my priority list, and I just forget it. So as of yesterday, started it. So got to get it done. Send a handwritten letter once. Oh no, I already did that one. Learn how to use a bow and arrow. I have shot a bow and arrow, but I have not actually taken like lessons or anything, and that is something that is available to me with the SCA, and I want to do that. Complete the Walk to Mordor challenge. I don't know that I'll be able to finish that, but I want to get as far as possible. Learn to play the ukulele. Now, this does require me to purchase a ukulele, but they're not hugely expensive. But I would like to figure that out, and there are plenty of YouTube videos on learning to play the ukulele. I didn't say I have to learn it well, but I would like to learn that and guitar at some point. Learn to paddleboard. My younger brother, Diego, he does paddleboarding. And with certain triathlons, you can do, hold on just one moment. I just today, earlier, I had my second nerve block done, and it is just now starting to wear off. But every 15 minutes, I have to track my pain levels. And so 15 minutes ago was the first time that I started feeling any feeling at all in my neck. So this nerve block went much better than the last one. And then hopefully once I send this pain tracker in later on this evening, within the next week, I will be able to get my ablation scheduled, at least the first one. They cannot do the ablation on both sides, so we will see. But fingers crossed, this works. It's a lot less uncomfortable as it was last year or last time, and for that I am thankful. But anyway, tangent. Learn to throw knives. Again, also within the SCA, that is something that is available to me. But my younger brother paddleboards, and as far as the Morro Bay Triathlon, you're allowed to actually paddleboard the swim portion of that triathlon. I have not gotten up on a paddleboard. I have never stood on one. I have no idea, but it's something that I do want to learn. Next up is do 3 unassisted pull-ups. Once my neck gets ablated and I stop having pain, something that I'll work towards. Apply to speak at TEDx. I was going to do that this year in March, but the topic was a little iffy for me, and then I didn't do it. So next year, March comes around, I already have it bookmarked when they open up the applications, and so we'll see. And that's just to apply. I have no control over whether or not I'm chosen. This is for the Salt Lake City TEDx, and if I am, great. If I'm not, great. At least I applied. Lose 30 pounds, still trying to do that. Organize every room in my house. I have 3 or 4 of them done, but still a long way to go. Create an outdoor training space or garden. This list, like I said, was created in 2017. A lot of things have changed. A lot. So this was created when I thought I was going to Italy to compete, and I'm not, or I didn't. So a lot of the travel locations in this list are not going to happen, I don't think. Although Greg and I still want to go to Italy. And so we will start to travel this in the next year, but Italy is like 3rd or 4th on our list. Costa Rica is actually our first choice to go to. But I'm not taking them off. I mean, I know realistically I cannot get all of these done in a year that's left. And I'm okay with that, because what'll happen is September 9th, 2020, whatever's left on this list will stay on my list. They'll become the top whatever. And then I will add another 101 go forward. I liked having this kind of snapshot of what I considered life goals at the time. And so every 1001 days, I kind of like that, and what stays on the list stays on the list, but I add new things, and I'm always going to have new goals that I want to reach. So that's why I'm okay with not having them all done. Next up is eat clean for 3 months straight, which would also coincide with the no fast food for a month. So that's coming. I just got to figure out when the best time it is to do that. I have usually had success, in January, February, and March. I don't know. We'll see. I would rather have it when it's not a holiday, but I'm in a very different place now with that, so we'll see what happens. Run a 10K every 3 months for a year. I actually think that I am on track to complete that this year. Now, granted, as I said in a previous video, for this quarter, I am doing 2 5Ks a week apart, just because there was no 10K. The 10K I had scheduled September 7th got canceled. So, and there was not another one to replace it. So I have to make do with two races instead of one. But I'm okay with that. At least it's 2 races. They're back to back. I should be good. Build a gingerbread house. We actually bought a kit from Costco last year to build a gingerbread house, and it's still up on my dining room table that is covered in armor and weapons and everything else. But it's still buildable. It's not like I'm going to eat it anyway, so I will do that for this season. And I also want to create my own sci-fi nativity scene, because I think it's hilarious when you have, the farm animals as like, a T-Rex and, Bumblebee and whatever, and the 3 wise men, whoever they may be. I have a lot of sci-fi action figures, and I'm on the lookout for more of different pieces that I need. So yeah, we're going to see how that turns out this year. Leave an inspirational note in a book for someone else to find. Answer the 50 questions that will free your mind. I have that list in this book. And back in the day, I don't even know where I got the list from. But for some reason, I felt compelled that I needed to answer that list. So, where did I put it? Well, I have the list somewhere. And if not, I'll find another list of 50 questions. Write a letter to myself to read at 1001 days. Take a photo of each letter of the alphabet, or take a photo that starts with each letter of the alphabet. So like for the letter B, you would go take a picture of a bee or a blue bonnet flower, whatever you want. It just starts with A, B, C, D. And then run 500 miles in a year. That's 42 miles a month, and I'm on track for that actually for this month. I know it's crazy, but because I've changed my run schedule and I'm doing it in the morning, I'm way more consistent, even though it's a shorter run time. I'm only doing like a mile and a quarter in the mornings. My consistency is a lot more, and it doesn't fatigue me. Now, granted, I'm going to have winter kicking my ass here soon, but when I'm on a treadmill, I can I can do longer runs during the winter. So we're going to see. We're going to see. I think for this year, I'm on track to finish 360 miles. And there's nothing I can do previous, but we're going to take that as a big goal starting as of yesterday. So anything from the rest of this year, from September, October, November, December, I'm going to shoot for 42 miles a month. See how that happens. It's just a goal. If I don't reach it, I'll add it to my next 101 goals. And so there you go. So 31 of these are doable with little or no money. 17 are done. And then the rest of them are either travel or I have to buy a ticket, like attend the Sundance Film Festival, go to South by Southwest, swim with dolphins, dive in a submarine. A lot of those could also be, you know, if we ended up going to Costa Rica or to Hawaii or someplace like that. So I'm not saying it's not going to happen. It's just going to take a longer time frame. And again, as I said, totally fine with that. So those are my 101 goals. Watch 26 movies that I've never seen that start with each letter of the alphabet. The only ones I have left are K, L, N, X, Y, and Z. I've watched a movie that I've never seen before, starting with every other letter in the alphabet, but those 6. So hopefully we'll get that. Read 100 books. Hopefully over the next year, I will read a lot more books than I have been. But this 23 is way, I think last year I finished maybe 5, maybe. And now that I have my Paperwhite and audiobooks, it's gone much faster. So up for that. Also, with, I'm also pretty close, well, not hugely close, but where did I see it? I have try 101 new recipes. I have 20 here. So I want to finish this out. I would love to hit 52 before the end of the year. And I think that's doable. And then, or at least, yeah, if I hit 52 by the end of the year, I'm great. But, you know, I could do 2 new recipes a month or a week. However, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to force it, but I think having 80 recipes, that's 2 a month in 40 weeks, you know, and that still gives me a few weeks, you know, 12 weeks that I don't have to, you know, stress. I think it's doable, especially if the 3 months that I'm going to eat clean and no fast food for a month and trying to lose 30 pounds. We are adjusting our eating habits here at home, and Greg has been 100% on board with that. And so it's something that I have been wanting to do, and we're going to try that. So we'll see. But that is kind of where I'm at. It's just a note page to like a blotter, because here I am using my fountain pen with the Shirazuku Yuyaki ink, Irashizuku ink. It's my favorite ink, and if you can tell, if I can't, this will zoom in there a little bit, but it has a beautiful like ombre effect to it, and it's my absolute favorite ink. Oh, I love this ink, especially during the fall, but it's my favorite color. I love how it ombres, and it is now in my orange. This is the Placer Platinum, and it's got the fine nib on it. It's the 03, and I love it. So, and it goes well with my Daphne. So there you have it. This is how I have got my Daphne set up, and it works great. I mean, it absolutely works great. So I had thought about getting the Hobonichi book that is the same size as the cousin, but as I said, I've got at least 15 of these just sitting here, and I'm like, why on earth am I going to do that when I have so much here that I can already use? So you will definitely see a lot fewer unboxings over the next year, because I'm trying to use what I have. But I mean, let's not be crazy. You will see unboxings, but not a ton of stuff like this, because I want to use, I have tons of notebooks and inserts and oh my goodness, so many. And so I want to go through them and use them so that, you know, in the years to come when I end up having to pack up everything, I won't have so much to pack up. But it fits perfectly. And Like you can see here, it doesn't go all the way in there, but the Midori MD notebook and my Cousin Avec fill that up nicely. And there's no bowing in like there was with the A5 Slim Jibun Techo, which is in its own notebook now. And I am going to be getting the A5 again for next year. I just like the size, and it lets me use my Hera, which I love. So, which is also another Odyssey, which I miss. I miss greatly. Please, Chic Sparrow, bring back the Odyssey line. I love it. Anyway, that is my update for right now. As I said, I am tracking my pain, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that I get my ablation done. I will have to do one side at a time. So my right side, which is the worst, will get done first. And hopefully that puts me back on track. So we will see where I go from there. But again, also look out for an updated blog on my 101 goals in 1001 days. And we will go from there. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. And I will see you again soon. And I will be doing the memory keeping update. I just have to get the pictures printed because it's hard for me to figure out everything that I want to write and do all that when I don't have the actual pictures to cut and put in. So bear with me. I'm a work in progress. These are my life books and this is my life. Oh, look, my reminder again. So every 15 minutes until 8:45 tonight. Oh, which means I can't take a nap. Anyway. I hope you have a great day, and as always, spend the rest of your life celebrating because you never know when your time runs out. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.